On some of Manitoba's lowest lying land, Peguis First Nation is underwater. 700 homes damaged, more than 1,300 evacuees, many of them now in Winnipeg.
We got locked out of our reserve. Due to the flooding, we couldn't drive through the roads with our car, so we had to kind of just leave in a hurry.
We live at a family unit, so it's still rising.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, heck yeah.
All through Manitoba's Interlake region, water is forcing its way over land, blowing out roads and culverts. Danny Goodbertson still has his house. It's just getting to it.
I made a bridge to get across, and got lots of trees in the back, so I just keep cutting longer ones to make the bridge longer as it opens up.
Meanwhile, farmers are worried about fields too wet to seed or feed their livestock.
Hard on the cattle because there's not a dry spot for them to sit down on. Our hay is sitting in 1.5 feet of water.
This isn't the usual spring melt. That's already passed. But over 3 consecutive weekends, Manitoba got 6 times the usual April precipitation. Forecasts now predict the 4th largest flood in Manitoba history by volume.
Yes, it's a large flood, but the infrastructure has been modified since 1997.
Civil engineer and Manitoba flood expert Jay During says it's manageable, but this spring poses some big questions.
Should we be expecting 3 Colorado lows back to back in the future, or is it truly a freak event?
Winnipeg is being protected by its flood diversion channel. Still further south in the Red River Valley, the main highway south is closed. Morris is one of several communities closing in its dike.
I would say that it takes a resilient person to live in the Red River Valley, and we certainly have that in our community.
So far, the province is not calling a state of emergency. While back in Peguis, the federal government has deployed the Red Cross, as some call to send in the military.
We're working very closely together in effecting an appropriate response.
So, Cam, curious what you're hearing from Ottawa about military aid, because with more rain expected, you might presume the calls will keep coming.
They probably will. Right now, Ottawa is telling us that no formal request has been received, so they're waiting on that. Still, the water is rising, and it's not just the water that we have here in Manitoba right now. There's also water flowing north from the United States. So the river behind me, the Red River, is expected to keep rising until the middle of May. And yes, to your second point, Adrienne, there is more rain in the forecast this weekend.
All right, Cam, stay on high ground, and thank you.